Hidden Children of the Holocaust by Korinna. This topic was chosen to discover what the children had to do when they were in hiding. This relates to the Holocaust because Jewish people that didn't want to get captured went into hiding and prayed that they wouldn't get caught. Can you imagine not being able to live with your own family, or not even knowing if you were with your real family or not?
Child is a child who was taken away from his or her parents and put into a place that presumably should be safer than staying with their parents. My mother realized very soon that it would be much better for me not to be with her and my father, because she and my father had started doing some very dangerous underground work.
Imagine having to carry all of your possessions with you as you walk many miles, also having to leave most of it on the side of the road because you can't take it into hiding.
At one point we walked and walked and walked, and whatever little belongings we're taking along were left on the side of the road along the way. I traveled with 3 teddy bears, and pretty soon it was 2 teddy bears and then 1 tiny teddy bear.
Children during the Holocaust had to live in fear, confusion, hunger, isolation. Some places that the children hid in were haylofts, holes in floor planks, cemeteries, cellars, and attics. This is a story of a Holocaust survivor's journey and what she had to do to survive. She was born in France to a poor family of 5 children. When she was 7, the war broke out. Her father was imprisoned almost immediately, so her family separated in order to have a better chance of survival. Her and her 3-year-old brother were sent to a castle where 320 Jewish children were being sheltered. Being warned of an upcoming German raid, leaders separated all the children there. Her and her brother were put on a train, and if they got stopped by Gestapo, she was told to cry and scream that she had lost her mother. She also would have to pinch her brother to make him cry too. This actually did happen, and it saved their lives. Frustrated German soldiers were trying to question them. The train stopped at a station, and the soldiers threw both of the screaming children to nuns who were there and told them to take care of the children. The nuns took them to a Catholic orphanage when the little girl developed tonsillitis, so one of the nuns cut out her tonsils with pliers used to cut grapes, so they didn't have to risk going to the hospital and have her get taken away. She was rescued one day and brought to a farm. While she was on the farm, police were spotted, so she hid in a bucket and was lowered into a well, and she couldn't make a sound until she was brought back up. It got too dangerous for the farmers to keep her, so she was taken to a marketplace in a distant village. A necklace with a plea for help was hung around her neck, and she was left alone. She stood there all day not saying a word, crying out, or even moving like she had been told to do. A little later in the evening, a lady and her daughter came up to her, and the little girl asked her mom if she could take her in for one night, and the little girl would share. They took her into their home and gave her a warm bed and food. The family started to take a liking to her and converted her to Catholicism and sent her to a Catholic school where she was happy, clothed, fed, and kept clean. 8 months after the war, Red Cross workers took her away. They brought her to her father, waiting at the train station for her. When she got there, she noticed that all of her immediate family was there. When the Holocaust was over, all of the children in hiding were hopeful, fearless, happy, but most important, they were relieved that it was all over.